Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Very soon here, Battlefield 6 is about to get even larger. This game's already huge off of its initial launch. Obviously, things are going over very well in terms of the interest in this game. Hype is at an all-time high for Battlefield 6 right now, with the launch numbers going crazy. And in just a few weeks' time, the game is going to get even bigger, as we already have it confirmed. Season 1 is inbound. Of course, a few days back, they previewed some of the Season 1 content, including some of the new maps, modes, weapons, things of that nature. And they gave us 3 different phases of Season 1 that are planned here. So for instance, Rogue Ops is going to be the first one that goes live on October 28th, features the Blackwell Fields map, a couple of new weapons, some new attachments, a new mode as well, a new vehicle. Then we've got Phase 2, California Resistance, on November 18th, launches with the Eastwood map. And then Phase 3, presumably the final update before the end of the year, Winter Offensive on December 9th, with an ice lock version of Empire State, a few new features debuting there as well. Now in this blog, Battlefield 6 does say each season will deliver brand new content every month starting with Season 1. Expect new maps, weapons, modes, vehicles, and other features that not only enhance Battlefield 6 multiplayer, but are also available for creators to add to community experiences using the Portal tool. On October 28th, our first season kicks off with Rogue Ops, an experience where squads will be challenged to use their ingenuity and achieve victory on our new Blackwell Fields map. And then November 18th, the homegrown United States Alliance defies the odds in the California Resistance Battle of Eastwood. And then on December 9th, we get Winter Offensive, of course. Here's the thing though, with Season 1 launching on the 28th, there's also another large leak that lines up very nicely with that. And that is the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. And we just got a brand new update on what to expect with the Battle Royale mode and the general update that's coming alongside that. So obviously, when it comes to leaks, be sure to take everything with a grain of salt, because nothing is official, and especially when it comes to hard dates, things like these are always fluid, especially with inside information and leaks and rumors like this, because if something comes up, there's major bugs or something that surfaces, the devs might push things back to make sure it launches in a smoother state. So as always, if we see anything evolve with this over the coming weeks here as we approach this launch date, I'll have you guys covered. As with everything going on with Battlefield, this is the place to be to stay up to date. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Y'all have been crushing it with all the new subs, all the support on the Battlefield videos so far. So I seriously do appreciate it. Also, if you enjoy this video, if you're excited for the Battle Royale mode, do me a favor, drop a like on the video itself. It's always seriously appreciated. But as of today, Modern Warzone posted this, and Modern Warzone's actually detailed the several different gameplay leaks and gameplay rumors that we'll recap here in just a bit for the Battle Royale. But today they post saying, update, I'm told October 28th is still the planned launch date for the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale, despite it not appearing in the Season 1 roadmap. This may come as a shadow drop with a trailer the day before launch. EA does not want to take away from the Battlefield 6 premium launch hype. And this was actually something I brought up back when we originally covered how the 28th may be that rumored release date for the BR, is that seems very close to launch. Like, I'm glad Season 1 as a whole is coming that early on, because that's even more content we can go through and experience, new guns to check out, new maps to play on. Like, that's huge. But the Battle Royale mode, especially with all the hype that's going into this, is also going to be massive as a free-to-play component too. I mean, you look at the player count for Battlefield 6 already, you add free-to-play into that Battle Royale, which a lot of people are pretty interested in. It's going to take it to new heights here potentially. And initially I was talking about how it's kind of interesting that they drop it that soon, because if launch goes over crazy successful like it has for the first little bit here, we'll have to see how like things sustain over the course of the next few days and weeks, right? But if things go over really well for the premium side, you might not want to take away too much from that and sort of split the player base between multiplayer and Battle Royale. At the same time though, you invite a new wave of players into the Battle Royale space, especially with it being free to play, and maybe you could capitalize even more on that launch hype and keep it climbing higher and higher. So it's sort of an interesting situation that they have here. And initially when we looked at that Season 1 stuff, I was kind of curious as to how they set it up, because you have the 28th, okay, that's the launch of the season. If they drop it then and there's hype, it's going to be at, you know, a peak for the first seasonal update, and you could potentially ride that launch hype. But then you also have the November update, which launches with a map that presumably is a part of the Battle Royale map with Eastwood. We know there is like a golf course on the Battle Royale map that takes place in California, so it would line up there nicely. They kind of gave themselves some room to breathe there. They could sort of flip-flop the dates if they see something going wrong, they want to push it back, make sure it's optimized or polished for launch. But it seems, according to these new leaks, that October 28th is that launch date for Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. Now, while we haven't heard much about this, other than the fact that it's been in labs for testing and we've seen some gameplay leaks from that I'm sure will evolve plenty for launch, we do have several other gameplay details that have been culminated actually in a post that I found on Reddit. So this kind of sums it up nicely here. We've obviously covered these in different bits and pieces in previous updates and different leak videos that we've covered with the Battle Royale, but it is going to have a vibrant, massive map that does take place in California. We've seen bits and pieces of it teased already. The circle here is going to be the deadliest circle in Battle Royale, basically. The firestorm is coming in, and when it hits you, you die if it touches you. Now, there is like a burning effect if you get within 10 or so meters of it, apparently, and if that zone hits you, you get taken out right away. It is deadly, it is going to be brutal, and it doesn't allow for zone plays like you go into the gas and other Battle Royales and make the flank routes and you do all that stuff, right? So circle is going to be crazy. It is going to feature heavy vehicles like tanks, for instance, which based off of some of the leaked different gameplay that we've seen from the labs builds, tanks look pretty strong. Like that could be a very big situation and very big talking point if the tanks are too overpowered. So I'm really curious to see how those are reacted to with this Battle Royale. But obviously vehicles, and especially heavy vehicles, are a core part of Battlefield gameplay, so it makes sense to try those out and see how they fit with the gameplay loop there. There will be custom loadout drops and things that you can access there with your own custom builds, one that you can actually get for completing missions, but then also one that drops in the middle of a match as well, so everyone can get it for free, or you can speed run it and get your custom build, but only one custom gun earlier on into the game, or whenever you want during a game stage. There will be real-time destruction, so you can tear down buildings, you can break down walls, you can open up new lines of sight, do all sorts of ridiculous things there in the classic Battlefield fashion. And then you do drop in with a pistol, a grenade, and a sledgehammer, and you can actually customize that pistol that you're dropping in with off the rip. So if you want to use a certain pistol, if you want to have certain build and attachments on it, you can have that set up and ready to go. But it's dropping soon. Apparently, Battlefield 6 is about to get a lot bigger when a Battle Royale mode is introduced as a free-to-play element, reportedly in just a few weeks' time here on October 28th. As I mentioned, if anything new surfaces, we get new details, new leaks about this launch date. We obviously see anything official from the devs themselves, hyping it up, trailers, gameplay announcements, anything like that. I'll be covering all of that right here on the channel, so stay tuned. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.